What kind of doctor?
DNP, it's Doctor of Nursing Practice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
So, did anybody that you've worked with that has drowned, have you ever dealt with a drowning?
Dealt with a drowning. I have not dealt with a drowning like directly, but I've dealt with families who've lost people from drowning. Especially for some reason I've dealt with a lot of families who had kids, toddlers that they lost in drownings. So that's my experience with that.
Let me ask you a question. What's better, an MD or a DO?
That's a great question. So when it comes to doctors, if you're talking about the difference between the MD and DO, there really is no difference, So there's many different types of doctors. Like I'm a doctor, but mine comes from the nursing background, and then I got into psychiatry. But between the MD and DO, there really is no difference. Just that one is like osteopathic medicine, and the other one is MD, so Doctor of Medicine. But they all go through the same programs, the same residencies. But for whatever reason, I think that the MD has a better name than DO. I'm not sure why.
That's what it is, right?
All right.
So you said you were in the psychiatric part. Were you like a nurse practitioner?
Right.
Then you went on to the
Correct.
psych part?
Right.
Okay.
So I was a forensic mental health nurse practitioner for about a year and a half. I did that in Virginia at the oldest state hospital in the U.S. It's called Eastern State Hospital. And then before that, I was teaching at Augusta University with my doctorate degree.
So you went to 2 different residencies.
So I actually didn't do a residency program. It's interesting. So with the nurse practitioner degree, it's the standard.
Oh, you shadowed?
I did, yeah. I shadowed psychiatrists during my training. So I did a 2.5-year program where, you learn about psychopharmacology and, all the different conditions, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, depression. And then you spend time rotating with a psychiatrist for like a year and a half doing your rotations. And then after that, you do the doctorate portion. You have to do like a long 80-page paper.
Right.
And I did mine on substance use disorder. And then after that, I taught for a little bit at the university, and then I went to go practice in Virginia.
So who's tougher, a psych NP or a regular NP?
That's a great question.
A lot of great questions here at FabTV.
If you ask me, I'm going to say a psych NP. Yeah.
Psych, of course, because you have to learn more about drugs and how you can...
I'm biased, though, so if you ask me psych anything, like a social worker, beats a regular worker.
Well, not to mention, you have to deal with psych patients.
Right, but you learn a lot when you deal with psychiatric patients, because I learned that there's not a big difference between them and us, just that maybe they came across a situation that they couldn't handle for whatever reason. So I've learned a lot just by working with the patients. I probably learned more from the patients than from my colleagues.